Welcome to Patch Day. I don't know if the save's gonna load.
Well, why don't you see if the save loads first, okay? Before we go into anything. Uh-oh.
Okay, we in there.
Ooh, my heart stopped. I think something broke. Look at her accuracy. Look at all their accuracies. Can we move weapons around?
Okay, they made the numbers bigger.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That means it a little bit easier to understand how this works.
Oh, you know what?
So if an enemy has an accuracy of 140 and you have a dodge of 201, I'm guessing that means that you have a 61%. Yeah, okay, I think I can see how they're doing this.
Yes, okay, it is way more apparent how accuracy and dodge works. Holy shit, that's way more readable.
I definitely want to see how they work in combat to make it better, but...
Damn. Rip to the real one.
Move it, re-equip it and unequip it and see if that changes anything. I think you have to...
No. I think that's the adjusted numbers right there.
And I'm actually kind of okay with that. Still decent attack power.
Yep. Rip to the real ones, though.
It also means that her crit rate's going to be pretty solid, too.
That's just 50-50, the two of them?
I think you get 50% of your crit goes to power and 50% of your... I guess it would 50-50 it. Not necessarily the worst thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Vesta had no dodge, but that's because...
she's got a thing that kills her dodge.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like... it'd be really hard to take this off, but
yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm sure if I take this off, her dodge would go up to, like, 67.
Maybe 87?
Maybe. No, that's what I meant, 87.
Yeah.
But yeah, patch happened that adjusted numbers on things, including Monroe. Still good.
Well, the big thing is that it only gives him 10 to all of his bonus stuff.
Wait, this says 8.
It should have been 10. That's what it says in the thing. Let me pull that up real quick. I got the patch notes right here. So, max bonus of 10 was uncapped. That might be something to mention. So, how much of these patches do you want to go over, and where do you want to start? You want to start at characters?
There's one I want to look at.
Sure.
Okay.
My god, those defenses look almost reasonable.
That 70% magic.
But I don't think it changes magic.
Remember?
No, it only changes the defense and fortitude.
His personally, but Adepts got a 10% strength and magic buff.
That's right. The adepts across the board did, or
yes.
No, no. I thought it was just the adept class.
Oh, maybe just the adept class. Right.
That's what I thought it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Make so that the people starting off the very beginning.
The other one. Hello, Iris. Yes. 60% defense, 80% strength.
Yeah. So the Reverie got a 10% strength boost, 10% defense boost, 10% HP boost, and a 5% speed malice, which, whatever.
Yeah, they made the Reveries much better as tanks. Oh, jeez, no, I did not even look at it. Okay.
You know, why don't we start at the top of just all the... and we can go from character to character as we do this, okay?
Okay. Healers and mages were more or less untouched, except for Volsh's Sanguination being changed to be less broken and shit.
Yes. There were only 2 relics touched.
Snipers were more or less untouched, except for the fact that range 3 can't be countered anymore.
Unless it's by another range 3 unit, which
yes.
won't ever happen in the game, I don't think.
Untouched.
Well.
Okay, hello.
Sophia. So she
So-
is a. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
This used to be 20%.
Yeah. So what
These-
happened here is all her stuff just got pretty much everything she's got on her for her class skills got boosted a little bit. Silencing shot used to be 30% boost to damage against magic users and hybrids. Now it's 50%.
Yeah, these were buffed by 20%, so this is actually a thing to use.
Yeah. And now, if she gives someone a buff, she gives them a 40% defense and fortitude buff. That is ridiculous.
Look at that fortitude growth now.
I don't think they.
No, they changed the growths on green and witch.
I'm looking at. Yeah, let me look right here. So, witch got a boost to strength and HP, but that's it.
What did green get?
Green got DHP boost up to 50% from 35%. Yeah, they didn't get
defense growth.
She just has a bonkers fortitude growth.
Okay.
That's Sophia. And halfway decent defense, yeah. I mean, there's so many things we can talk about.
She's gonna blow up mages now.
Really, we should just go straight back to Elias and say, okay, they made him better.
So, I don't think any of the passives changed for Sentinel Knight. But
for Knight in general, Knight got a sun boost actually.
They got a what boost?
The Knight class. The Knight class is what what's his face?
Yeah, what's the other one? What's the before Defender? Defender Sentinel, I think got changes.
So here we go. I found it. Defender, HP boost went from 30 to 50%. Fortitude aptitude lowered to 30% from 45%. Defense aptitude raised to 60% from 45%. But that's Defender. And Sentinel is just HP aptitude is raised to 50% from 30%. So I think they already had changes in. So a big note on this, though, because some people might think, oh, man, Benji was so good as a Defender. I mean, that Fortitude tanking really kind of screws him over. Benji got a 15% Fortitude buff.
Yes.
So he stays exactly the same on Fortitude if you make him a Defender.
Yeah.
Dude's a tank.
The long and short of it is they made the middle game for Defender
much better.
They're going to gain way more defense and HP.
Yeah. And if you were like really into Benji being a Defender, all he gets is buffs really. He comes out in the net average on Fortitude.
Death Strike was nerfed as it needed.
Yes, of course it was.
It was entirely too good. It is now only a 2.5 buff instead of 5.
Because they also buffed other parts of that class.
Yes.
Like, for example, can you look at her Fortitude growth right now?
Yes. It exists.
Yeah, I mean, she was already pretty good because that's her thing. But now it's even better.
Mm-hmm. So what were the Dragoon and Dragon Knight specific changes?
So, mostly Dragoon. I don't think Dragon Knight really had any changes to it.
Well, Dragon Knight inherited changes because of Death Strike changes.
Yeah, the Death Strike train. But you can also move into it from another class, so you don't always have to have Death Strike. Anyway, Dragoon got a 10% strength buff, 20% fortitude buff, and actually a 10% hit to their mastery. So they went from 30 to 20. That's actually kind of okay.
Okay. Are we ready for the real one? What do you think his power is right now?
Oh, I don't even know. Probably like 80.
96.
Oh, that's so mean. So, let me pull this one up here.
I'm going to just go to it right away. Alright, so here's his things. High HP, power increased by 9% for each adjacent ally. His good leader. I'm just going to swoop down here. He still has vigor. Oh, this is different.
Wait, that is different. It's supposed to be 2.5.
Yeah. So,
patch notes are a lie.
It used to be 1.
Yeah, it used to be 1, and then the patch note said 2.5. Now it's 3 times. That's
so champion
stupid.
got a big buff.
Yeah. Also, Sturdy got a boost as well. Sturdy used to be only 20%, now it's 35. He
has more HP than Monroe.
Yeah, he should.
Yes.
Also, the Knight class got a little bit of a boost to their strength and mastery growths as well. Not big, but mastery
again to help the mid game.
Yeah, again mid game because Knight was not great.
No, they did change gladiators. Thumbs down.
Yeah, let me go to that one.
Used to be 20%, is now 30. Flourish used to be 20, is now 40.
Yeah. It really makes the gladiator just be able to dive in there and just keep going.
I don't think any changes to the growths for these two classes.
No.
Wizard's unchanged. I think Blade Dancer wasn't touched.
Didn't touch Blade Dancer.
Yes. And
real quick, I'm here. Let me pull up to the. Yeah, the only things that got changed in the Ranger tree were Sniper, Witch Hunter, and the Witch Hunter growth, and Drifter Outlaw.
Yeah. Samara actually got big changes.
She did. Her passive, her strength growth was raised 10%, and her magic went up 5%. She's still slow as all hell, but that's okay.
Yes. Nothing else.
You can work around that, actually. Actually, that boost to her strength, with the way I play her, means that she's faster because of it, because I usually give her this speed strength swapper.
I don't believe Corbin or the Trickster tree was changed. Trickster.
Nope. We only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the actual characters had their growths shifted.
Yes.
Elias, Arima, Alexa, Sarah, Samara, Benji, and Maeve.
Adepts were mostly unchanged. Well, okay. Windrunner, Spears were unchanged.
Yeah. Every other one got changed.
Unchanged. Thunderlord, and let's talk about Elias's overall growth changed here.
Yep, you were right, actually. He did get a little bit of boost to his magic. It went up 5% in the Surge class. I don't know if that means... I think the Thunderlord got a magic boost anyway, so it's probably the same.
Yes.
But Elias himself, good old Elias, his defense growth went up by 10%, and his fortitude growth went up by 15%, and also his passive skill, whatever the hell it's called, Soulfire, it used to have a chance to go off 8% of the time. They boosted it up to 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Which, sure. I think this makes him more of the jack of all trades of all the adepts now. Usually the others have something they kind of lean towards. I think he's the most balanced of the crew.
I think Raider and Slayer were unchanged.
Which is surprising. I thought they might have gotten a little bit of a boost in the middle.
Again, trying one of these out more early game, I think these are fine. This is a fine class series.
Yeah, I think it might have just been Ford was not the best pick for the Raider.
The Ford...
At the beginning.
At start.
Yeah, he got better, but
yeah.
I just don't think his growths line up with Raider stuff.
It was also, so the readjustment to how accuracy and dodge work.
Mm-hmm. That should help a lot.
Yeah, it makes it so you don't have to spec every axe and hammer user into the accuracy weapon.
Yeah. Oh god, Alexa.
Yes.
So Alexa, she's usually been the brawler. She hits really hard. She's pretty quick too, but her defenses aren't that great. The game said, you know what? Let's lean into that a little bit. So they increased her strength growth by 15%. Her base strength is now 40% from 25%. And they lowered her fortitude by 5% to make up for it.
She is, I think if you get her at base, she is strength, defense, dex, speed. That is it. Those are her stats.
I think her strength should be higher than that. I don't know if all the numbers have updated on the characters.
They won't. It's that.
Yeah. Right.
Because we
made
that's
defense and right.
Because we made her a dragoon, she had lower strength.
So yeah, it should be 75.
Yeah. So we swapped the two.
Got it.
At base, as a warrior, that is her growths. But then whatever you put her into are gonna goof around her numbers. Berserker got changes.
Let me jump down to that. Barbarian got changes. I don't think Berserker itself did.
Yeah, Savage.
So Savage, instead of it being ignore 20% of the attack, the defender's defense, it's now 50%, which, that's a huge boost. And then speed growth was raised by 5%, dex growth was raised by 5%.
Which you can kind of see right here. Astral Seeker.
We get down to the Astral Seeker. Again, this is changes to Reverie and such.
Yes.
So I think the Reverie changes were just boosted up to be kind of close to where the Astral Seeker stuff actually is. So, I mean, this is going back in time, but the Reverie's strength, defense, and HP growths were all boosted by 10% across the board. And their speed growth went down by 5%, which is, well, whatever. And then Astral Seeker, their passive ability, Cosmic Tides. It used to be a 35% chance to heal for 10% of damage, of max HP, and bypass 25% of resistances. Now it's a 30% chance to heal for 20% of max HP. So, a little less chance for it to go off, but when it does go off, it heals for double.
Assassin and Sia were unchanged. Was Fire Lord changed?
Yes. Actually, I think Blaze and Fire Lord got quite a bit of it changes. So, Blaze, Heat Flash. It used to be a 20% chance of Heat Flash going off. Now it's 33%. So, just instead of a fifth of the time, it's a third of the time.
I think the same thing for Magmatic Flux.
Yep.
And...
Oh, no, there's more. Bonfire used to be a 2% growth for every kill. Now it's 4%.
Mm-hmm.
And then here are the big ones that, really caught me off guard. The Blaze's Fortitude growth went from 20% to 50%.
They wanted Blaze because it's fire to be the anti-mage class for Adept, but it didn't have the Fortitude growth for it before.
Yeah, now they do. Which, it sucks that Arima doesn't get those buffs, but whatever.
Yes.
And then the Dexterity Aptitude also went up by 5%.
There was actually one other thing to talk about that we kind of skipped over. It would be in, Monroe and what have you. Here we go. This used to be heal 33%. It's now only 20%. And the same thing goes for Faust's consumption. They realized that the drain on hit classes were maybe a bit much.
I'm a little worried about some of that stuff for some of the classes that are based on draining, because a lot of their survivability is based on the drain, and I'm curious if this is going to cause too much of an issue with it. But they even said in the patch notes, we're going to wait and see on some of the stuff.
They consider this to be like
changes.
the 2.0 version of the game, even though it says 1.5, and they're willing to make more changes. So Illusionist, Blade Dancer, we already went over. Oh, Outlaw! Holy shit, look at that strength growth now.
This is something Newbie and I both talked about and went, yeah, I mean, if they're going to be a one-hit wonder, they got to be able to one-hit reliably if they crit. So Outlaw and also Drifter got their strength growth raised from... Drifter was 20% now to 40%. Outlaw, it's 25% to 40%. So a significant boost to the strength growth. Which is just... Man, they needed that. They really needed that.
Drifter was the one axe class that I constantly went, I get what it does and I really like it, but I can't get it to work 100%. Berserker is good. Berserker is high defense, high strength, high speed. It goes out there and it does stuff. It's supposed to be the anti-plate.
Well, I think that's more Fenton that has a high base defense more than anything else.
Mayhaps. You might be right there, but this is always high strength, high speed, at the very least. So... It was supposed to be the anti-plate wearer class.
Yeah, they get in there and mix it up.
Where is Ford here? Ford, with the way that the passives work for this, or Slayer, the Slayer class line, is supposed to be your can opener once you have ambush and
annihilation.
They just run in, and that first hit does 1 billion damage.
They don't have to necessarily crit, but they're here to just crunch someone so someone else can come in and finish.
If they actually get the kills, Rampage just starts going wild. Anywho, I was mostly fine with all of the updates.
There are a couple little things here and there. By the way, Sia got a buff. Cruel Efficiency now guaranteed hits at 40% or below rather than 20%.
Yes, they said, and this was the thing I was feeling too, that crew efficiency just seemed to be a non-factor.
Yeah, I mean, great. It was great when it went off at that point, but 40%. I mean, that's a big boost.
Yes.
If you can knock someone below a little bit below half their health, it's just she will hit. Period. And then there are a couple characters we didn't actually like go over real quick. Maeve, way down at the bottom of your list, she got a speed boost of 10%, so she's gonna touch the fucking sun now with how fast she is. Samara, we already talked about. Sarah got a speed boost of 10%. Which, hey, that's not nothing. And then Arima got a 10% speed boost. So a lot of the slower mages got a little bit of a boost to their speed stat. Also, if you're making Arima into a Fire Lord, he is now real good, because that's a lot of just bonus stats to him across the board.
Anyway.
But that's enough of that. I'm happy with those buffs. Those are good things.
Yes.
Certainly.
I'm over here now.
What? Stay sharp. It is forbidden. I'm all in.
I figured out what was causing me issues with this picture. All their foreheads are too big.
Correct. This is a defensive map.
It is a defensive map. You do need to have 3 people who are really good at murder, though. So who is still in the possible crew here? Is it Samara and Corbin here at the bottom? And also Bianca. Oh man, we need Bianca. Gotta bring Bianca.
Okay, I'm thinking that the crew downstairs. There we go. That is a crew that can just blow up any...
I was going to suggest one of them be a healer, but if you have a couple healing items, they'll be okay.
Exactly.
The only thing I was considering was maybe not Bianca, so that she has an opportunity to get a lot of kills in the open area to catch up, since she's level 35.
Fair. Who's a good melee that I could throw down there?
Brooke. Either Brooke or Helena.
Alright, let's get a loadout here.
Mr. Archer needs to go away yesterday.
I can handle that.
Yep.
I have a crew that will.
I'd suggest moving some of your people on the way back up to those 2 open spots next to Vesta. Like Benji. Or putting Benji there, yeah, but it's mostly that Sloan doesn't need to be all the way back there. Yeah, maybe he goes up. Yeah, actually, he'd be great up there.
Are you sure Sloan doesn't need to be back there? The person that can just catch up?
I mean, you can just move her forward is the thing.
Like that. Oh. Yeah, I got a good feeling about this.
Oh, there's another wizard, or not wizard, archer. I didn't even notice him.
Yeah, over there.
Yep.
We'll figure him out.
Well, you might just be able to go torch him.
We'll figure him out.
Or, oh, what am I even saying? There's a perfect option. It's your one-shot wonder.
We'll figure him out.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's rock and roll.
Oh, wrong button.
That's indeed the wrong button. I've done that numerous times.
Oh, you know what?
What's up?
Chat brings up a very, 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 very good point.
Oh. You're good.
What?
You're good. Like, it does not take much for people to get to C rank, B rank, or A rank. You don't have to, like, do it on the previous map. They've been next to each other enough, I'm almost positive they're fine. But if you want to keep going in, that's fine. You can, like, kick out Lincoln for Samara.
I don't know when that's going to pop, or
I gotcha.
I have the points or what, so...
I think you do, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Alright, Benji, go get him.
Sure did put her all the way back there.
Oh, whatever, she'll catch up.
Benji's always ready.
Alright, how has this changed? Okay, hello.
That's so easy to... He's gonna get a little beat up, but he'll be fine. He can get healed right after he hits by Vesta. Or he'll kill them.
Brings the heat.
Do they give real experience? Good.
Oh, were you worried about that? Yeah, fair.
In position.
I missed Bianca.
Wrong day to play hero.
Bisected.
They could have nerfed this class.
Not bad, not bad.
They chose not to.
If you insist.
She can get healed. She'll be fine.
If she gets hit.
It's all in the execution.
So, let's do an experiment real quick. Accuracy, 162. Huh.
162 versus her dodge of 122, so that means that they should have had about a 40% chance to hit her, which is right.
Oh, I guess if you go over, okay. Because these guys have 100 dodge. Yes, okay, that's what it is. It is you minus the dodge from the accuracy, and the leftover percentage is your chance to hit.
Yes. Accuracy minus dodge equals hit chance.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
My
It'll let
shield
more
is
units get
yours.
over to Bianca, and that's perfectly fine.
sir.
God. Oh my god.
You won't feel a thing.
You won't. That sword went directly through your head.
You ready for the kind of death you've earned, little man?
Very well. Interesting.
So the other change that we haven't mentioned.
I was curious if you're gonna get to this.
Run like the wind.
All abilities give EXP now. Oh, woo.
What will you do now?
What a smart move. The thing that we hoot and hollered about of, I'd be more inclined to use abilities if they gave EXP. What is your dodge now?
Yes. His dodge is yes.
Who is a dodge tank? You're
122. It's probably you'd hurt. Bianca's probably up there as well.
Bianca.
Yeah, 137.
Like they said, it's going to be harder to get high dodge.
You can get a reasonable dodge, but the super sky high dodge, that's not gonna. Whoa, wait, what was hers? Oh, I thought it was 151. I was about to be like, damn.
It's easier. It's gonna be harder to be an absolute dodge monster.
Yeah.
Which in turn does mean, hello, 100 dodge enemy on a stalker. You know,
Yeah,
enemies
but
are
100 is reasonable though.
yes. Enemies are also gonna be like, here's 62% chance to hit
Yeah, that's fine.
Vesta. Like, it's
There
gonna
were
be
a couple characters that I was running the relic that makes it so you only have a 50% chance to hit no matter what on, because it gave them a massive accuracy buff.
exactly like enemy dodge chance was a problem, and this is also a nerf to enemy dodge. Just stack the illusionist dodge R. Exactly.
Not quite in it yet. That's okay. Yeah, it's only 2 spaces away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Garrett, go get him. I was gonna say let Garrett get the first shot, but good god. That's not enough damage. There we go. Actually, I think the recurve is a better option, but...
Again, like, his accuracy is so stupid now.
Yeah. And that's on the Conquest Bow. That's not even the accuracy weapon. Now, granted, the Conquest Bow does have a high hit rate, or because it's supposed to be a one-shot thing, but still.
Alright, let's see how you do now. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. She has a
She
higher
can also
crit
just
rate
breathe
now.
on him. Yeah, that's the thing. She doesn't have the super high damage output anymore, but her crit rate is now balanced so that it still works.
Grown is the shadow cast.
Fuck. Damn, she's good.
Also, these guys don't move, so
They
just
don't
gonna move forward.
Yep.
She's gonna get some bonus EXP by phasing Garrick forward.
Zoop. Now remember, for people who might have forgotten, the undead move slowly. So while they're all of them are rushing us, they're only moving 3 or 4 spaces at a time. So if you're quick, you can pick off a good chunk of them before they get to you, and you just get swarmed. God damn it, newbie, this is disgusting.
Remember how
Especially since he has that counter boost.
He has a counter boost?
Strength is the only path.
Ah,
to
he
peace.
missed both his damage boosters. That's a bummer.
God, barbarians are fast.
It's all in the execution.
Yeah, so long as she lives, she can recover.
Spicy.
A lot of damage. Would have been really nice to see a crit there so I can show off what I was talking about, but whatever.
Sharp skills, full pockets.
Whatever. Jeez.
Sir, where'd your health go? He'll be fine. Barely, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, you can bring someone over to heal them.
Again, this is why they need that defense boost in the middle game.
Yeah.
Sir.
No, she's
Oh,
not gonna work on them.
right.
She's good against drifters. Those guys have sky high defense.
Right.
Just do it. Just do it. Why not? Someone else can come over and finish him off.
In position.
She'll be fine. Her damage output is actually much higher than that.
It's not like she's gonna get hit.
Yield now or die.
I think she just killed him.
Bisected. Not quite.
Wrong day to play hero.
I wasn't kidding when I said she's good. It's really hard whenever I think about playing the game a second time, whenever I see her, to think, oh, well, I could make her something else. I just look at her, but she's so good as a Gale.
I need to heal Benji.
Well, it's okay. No, it's okay. Benji could just use a heal item and just stand there.
I could have saved an item though.
You can trade and grab a heal item from somebody, like get the holy water. There you go.
Whoops, let's...
Whoop.
Another thing that they mentioned is that, because I frequently hit this, mind you, I was playing, under leveled and what have you, but,
It's easier if you hold still.
they lowered the amount that money degrades for the bonus at the end of the map.
All right, Sophia, shoot that magic user.
Oops. What magic user in range?
Yeah, that magic user, that guy using the axe, he's a magic user.
Yeah. I was like, maybe I could send Corvin down there. That's a lot of accuracy.
He's dodgy. He's not that dodgy.
So, bit of backup down there.
He could just throw daggers at the barbarian, but never mind.
I am gonna slide her up ways because there's no mages down there. There's their backup.
Well, I was about to say you could phase Sophia, but that's fine.
Good to phase Sophia.
How can I help?
Healer for down here.
I would make sure you kill the barbarian before you keep moving down.
I have 2 people. That's 2 whole people.
Uh-huh. I figured she'd be fine, but at the same time, it's better to be
Dodge.
safe. Yeah, dodge 104. Faster than those other guys. There we go.
I feel stronger. Do I look stronger?
Yes.
Always internally, you look stronger. I forgot how fast she was because of her passive. Yeah, I like it.
Meanwhile,
I'm a little worried about Irving. But he's got enough health, he should be fine.
yeah. It's mainly this guy. It's fine. Guess not gonna go for him anyway.
Probably going to go for Bianca. His true speed's also 20. It's the mage that I'm worried about. Yeah, that's why.
He'll only slightly blow up.
He'll be fine.
We'll heal him.
Yep.
He'll grow bones.
Why don't you just grow bones? So yeah, Alden can really just solo this bottom part by himself.
Until he hits mages.
And then you've got a long range unit.
Thought you'd never ask.
You know what you can do to him? Shove him.
Or I could move into range and cast Fireball.
Oh, well, that's boring, but yeah. Look, I wanted to get experience from a shove, okay?
Strike true.
This is more experience. Ah.
And since there are no decent item rewards, there's no reason for me to hold off on the top part of the map. Except for, you know, EXP, but...
Whatever.
Exactly. Powerful.
Yeah.
You've made your death a necessity.
Goodbye. Jesus.
Class rules. I really like the champion. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
He'll be fine.
He's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that was a fatal proc.
And then he almost got fataled himself.
Smash!
God damn, Benji.
Yeah, this patch made this game way better.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how another run through of the game would be with that patch notes included in on it.
Please clap.
Well, sure.
I've always adored the base boosted heal.
Yep. Who's good at blowing up that guy?
Could be anyone. Well, I mean, actually.
I believe it actually is Sloan. Or Marin might get a crit.
Mainly because I want Sloan to be down here to back up.
I actually would suggest you just go towards the middle and you just come back down to deal with these guys in a bit, because you've got a lot of guys in the center.
That's not a terrible call.
I've been saving this just for you.
Like, the guys at the bottom are annoying, but whatever.
Do you expect me to thank you?
It's all falling into place.
Sir, please, get healed.
Whoops, wrong button.
Oh, yeah, that's much better. Can you one-shot that mage?
Whatever it takes.
Yes, he can. Oh,
Maybe.
he can.
He can try.
Maybe Bianca takes care of that one after that guy gets out of her way. Interesting.
Vesta, though.
Eh. If not, Irving can do it.
Not like Irving couldn't use a second heal.
I mean, Irving could also kill and then get that second heal.
Whoops.
Whatever it takes.
There we go.
With his casual 100...
Strength
Oh my
is
god,
the
his
only
health makes
path
no
to
sense.
peace.
I love his health.
His health broke. He should not have that much health. He was at 130 before, and now... Okay, yeah, it broke for a second. 132 is correct. It went up to 178 for a moment.
You say incorrect, I say
Damn.
more correct. So anyway, there's an actual answer for how to deal with this guy.
Yeah, it's... Why don't we use... Yeah. Oh, well, coin flip it. Fuck it.
You know, 128 dodge. You got to give it to him.
Yeah.
He worked for that. That mage is a problem. Fuck it.
Pretty much a coin flip. Damn. Yeah, in hindsight, Sloan probably should have moved up to the center to get the accuracy buff.
Perfect.
There is a thing you can do to that mage, though.
You're
You
right.
probably disarm him.
What does he have? He has the standard one, so yes.
But you're so far away. How could you possibly
Disarm 5.
What do you do now?
Oh yeah, that's much better. That power went way down.
Right, who can you tag?
Sure.
Stay with me.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I was fully expecting her to just swing again. Just maximize that. Hey,
If you insist.
fuck you. Yeah, let him come to you.
Oh, right. The downstairs.
Bottom crew. If you phase him, he'll be able to take a
Are
shot.
you sure? Have fun.
And they got a level off of phasing. Oh, it's so good.
I've got a lot to learn.
This should be fun.
And then from range 3. Okay, I know what that
Game.
says.
Sure. Let's see what happens. I'd rather go with the one that, yeah, that one, just in case.
Okay.
Okay.
Whew. Look, the code has not been changed yet. With the stick, give him the stick.
Give him the stick.
Oh.
Straight true.
You know, she's not doing the hundreds of damage anymore, but that, like, coin flip crit plus very solid damage means she's still really good. Oh, the healer moves.
The healer moves. The healer is the only unit down here that moves.
Fair. You've made a mistake.
Wrong day. to play
Every
hero.
proc.
Magnificent. Not bad, not bad.
I mean, what more do you want me to say here, guys? It's the best class.
Nice.
There was a man there. He's gone now. Another friend of mine that does play this game, pointed to that this Gale class and said, "But it has no downside." And I went, "Yeah, it does. There's no consistent damage output. You can't look and say they're always going to hold this spot because they won't deal a bajillion damage."
Well done.
Okay, that got a little
She's
closer than I
fine.
thought.
Yes,
Yeah, she's fine.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, even with double tapping, her resistance isn't that high. She's fine though. God, that mage is an asshole.
But that guy did like one.
He has an attack power like 29. What's her resistance? 14. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's okay. She can back up and heal somebody. It's fine.
How can I assist?
Uh-oh.
What? What? She can get healed. Well, there's only one mage in here, so as soon as... Get rid of all these archers.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
That feels like overkill.
You
It
won't
is.
feel a thing. If I must. Here.
Before you start burning and torching people in here, bring your mage in. Just because she gives the accuracy buff, Aura. Yeah, sure.
My turn.
Here.
Here?
the way.
In position.
Yeah, she might just be able to kill.
Whenever you need me.
I believe.
She just needs to proc one thing. There we go.
You overachieved.
More for the good guys.
Not bad, not bad.
Damn. Yeah, okay.
No double.
I like the 100% accuracy one. It's a little less damage and crit, but it doesn't miss.
But if we get one crit, it's a kill.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay.
There we
You
go.
aren't worth
And
the
they both
ink.
hit.
Yes.
Alright, we're good. Good call, newbie. Good call.
Always gotta be looking at that.
Diligence is its
I'll
own
take it.
reward.
Strength.
Whew, okay, continue to melt through these folks.
Speaking of melting.
Let's see what you do to the bowman. Yeah.
Here.
The
I
bowman.
think someone needs to block that bowman. Actually, he might want to go sit next to that bowman and shoot, so then Sophia just takes a step forward and blocks the way. Oh, you could totally block him in that way. Yeah, it's actually not a bad idea.
My turn.
It might be better to put Marin on the other side, because she can still heal from 3 spaces away that way. I meant, I'm sorry, on the south side.
Yeah, I'm worried about all the dragoons still being around.
So if Sophia takes 2 spaces step forward,
My hard work is paying off.
she'll at least make it so that most people can't get hit by a lot of stuff. Yeah, that dragoon to her right will be there, but what can you do? She might just kill that guy too. Sure.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. You just take care of that dragoon, and then there's only 2 people that can hit you. It'll suck, but you'll be okay. I think.
We pray.
Yeah.
And frankly, I made a bad move sending Brooke up
Is it
there.
not?
It's time to send Brooke back.
Yep. Benji's got that. Benji doesn't move, but he's got that.
This guy's actually not moving forward.
Good.
Maybe we just send
Maybe
Benji back.
Yeah, send Benji back. If he's not going to come to you, fine. Oh, right, this thing.
So anyway.
It looks real bad. I like the recurve.
Oh no, yeah. Fuck yeah.
That was a really good pickup for him. Just that extra little chance of extra damage.
Proudly meeting expectations.
Remember when I... Where is he? There he is. It's really easy to lose the cursor down
Yes.
here.
No kidding.
Man, that's only a rank 2.
Yeah.
We need to upgrade that. Him just being able to double if he wants to is very good.
Or at least not be doubled as well. Oh, good. You can just go torch a man. Check this shit out. You're already at the boss down here.
Embrace your fallen fate.
They're quite capable.
It's almost like you made a really good murder team down here.
Grows the shadow cast.
Sure.
All right.
I think her entire level up is pretty much just a coin flip for every stat.
Here we go. Pretty scary.
There are a lot of dudes here.
You made choices. There were so
Mini
many
ballista.
options.
Better choice.
Ish. I'm gonna carve that man wide open.
No, don't actually do this, but could you do me a favor, please, and go to the bottom to Garrick?
Give me a moment. Give me a moment. There we go. What's up?
If he takes a step forward, can he actually shoot those guys if he takes a step up? Will it let him do it?
Yes.
Oh my god. You might as well just start shooting these guys, actually. The other two can take care of the boss. Go check out the boss. The boss is not real.
He's extremely fake.
He is extremely fake. The other two can take... Garrick might as well just start shooting these guys.
Never asked.
From the other realm. Because that makes sense. Aw.
Sorry in
Aw.
advance.
Well, anyway. Enjoy your free tier 1 token.
Hell yeah.
I'm coming!
I am here.
She might just kill him. Yeah, okay, cool. So you can end the map whenever you need to.
Yeah, that's we're gonna end the map after this
Very well.
round.
Yeah, everyone attacks and then you just end the map. Okay.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Hey, you can stick around if you want, but I mean, who cares?
Or you can get boosted money from finishing the map quickly.
Yeah. Benji can actually get some experience here by pushing.
54 defense.
Yeah,
I will.
fortitude. Yeah, that makes sense.
71. This is a class they let you make.
Coming through!
15 experience for being able to do that. Oh! Okay, I'm good. Yeah.
I like you better over there.
Damn. Wait.
And quietly.
Yeah. I thought that's what you were going for.
No, I'm an idiot.
Definitely ending this turn.
Everything, all passive, like, character moves, give you XP now.
No. She can shoot the barbarian or something. Hey, magic user, check this shit out.
It's a joke, or a prank. They decided that it wasn't doing enough damage as a class and needed buffs.
Yeah, Samara needed those buffs a long time ago, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yes.
The desert sun burns.
It's fine.
Which is a shame, because I kind of like her.
I can work with this.
Definitely not doing manipulations in order to have them do actions within two of each other.
Wrong day to play hero.
Bianca's fine as a character, I guess.
You put her in the most broken class I could think of.
If
Champion,
I
I'm
must.
starting to come around on Champion as being, maybe it's actually the most broken. Nope, not you.
Yeah, he really took a hit.
His
Losing
true
that,
speed's, yeah.
yeah, losing that true speed.
I think he was getting plus 12. Now he's only getting plus 8 to all those stats. That actually hurts him a lot.
Yep. I'm actually on his lightest weapon.
Mhm.
I'm just finding it hard to double
Is there-
enemies.
Can he hit double that reverie to the south? There we go. He gets any of his damage procs.
There we go.
That should do it. Yep.
Can't argue with results. How can I assist?
Yep.
Why are you're strength is gigantic, and I love it.
Sure. Whatever.
Anyway.
Might have been better just to heal in hindsight. Oh well.
She gets more
Stab.
HP that way.
That's game.
1. And the bonus money.
Rejoice in destruction.
Turn 5 turns taken. So, in the patch notes, because I kept this up for this exact reason, gold bonus for clearing chapters faster has been reworked to decay slower, and offer a higher bonus. Every 3 turns, 25% bonus will be lost from the total 200% possible bonus. Newbie finished on turn 5, so he's getting the 175% bonus to gold. That's a lot.
Give me a hot second to adjust something in a phone game. How dare I? So anyway, Irving topping the charts now.
It's amazing how a small changes to one class just makes it so much better. And by small, I mean massive, but who cares?
Just bought the game yesterday. It's been great. Yeah, no,
You hit at the right time.
yeah, this patch whips. The only map where you can run out of bonus is the run away from poison map.
Yep. That map takes forever.
Damage taken. Also Irving.
Whatever. He's built like a brick shithouse.
Helena was at the bottom and killed 5 enemies.
There was, what, 7 down there?
I don't think Alden killed anyone.
He might have killed one.
Killed one person.
He killed one.
Garrick only killed one down there too, but then he shot somebody.
You know what? You got that dumb necromancer over there. Here, let me shoot this guy through the astral plane real quick.
Yeah, look how many less dodges there were.
I'm digging this. Granted, a lot of your kills were from range or one-shots, but still. There might be some reworking here later on as like little quick patches and such, but I like the idea that they went with making dodge much harder to really maximize.
What?
Ironic. Perhaps.
Not quite.
I would normally wait to do something like this in the phone game, but the maintenance starts up in like 2 hours. And I just want to make sure I hit these buttons before we go. Oh no. Oh. You? Demons. Bear with, please. I apologize. Don't cancel me. I'm not cringe. Alright. There. Done.
If you keep saying that, I will cancel you.
But I'm baby.
I know.
Be nice.
I have to be nice. Look, I'm sorry, Newbie. I'm still mad about the news about the stupid after years, alright? I'm mad. I'm gonna be mad for, like, days.
Thank you for the follow, by the way.
You destroyed me more than anyone else when you sent that message saying you did this. Yes, of course I did this. For people who might not have seen, the people who did the Pixel remaster decided, you know what? What do we do with after year's Pixel remaster? That sounds like a good idea. So that might happen.
Is that good?
It's fine. And I even told, last thing and I'll get off this, I even thought to myself, I'm so glad that the Pixel remasters didn't destroy me like they did Loon, because Loon got destroyed by 3, but I got by okay with 1 and 4. And then that monkey paw curled and came right back around and punched me in the face. Ugh.
Wasted time.
The order.
I mean, I'll say it out loud. The biggest thing with 3 is that they completely remove boss scripting. Which
I don't know
caused...
if it's the scripting, it's the initiative that they messed up.
I don't think initiative ever existed in 3.
Well, fair.
But the main thing was removing boss scripting, so it caused problems such as bosses with Meteor that were supposed to use Meteor like after a certain, in between certain number of turns, instead spammed it every turn.
Yeah. There were also bosses that had low HP thresholds for casting certain spells that would not have those thresholds anymore and just spam that spell over and over and over again. Like Titan or Hedaconter had Quake, and they just spam Quake. Our buddy Sana ran into that, and they were not amused. And there were also a couple things like the cave with that you're supposed to be using the Dark Knights. Your HP when you get to that point is, or at least Loon's HP was very low, and Loon had to level up several times to just get bonuses based from level ups to all of his stats in order to just be able to survive. I think Loon was grinding for what, like an hour plus there or something?
It's bad.
Yeah.
They really goofed up a lot.
Ugh.
I'm afraid not.
That's the being Mike Wazowski here.
I actually really appreciate this. Her glaring over the book is A+. Monroe, get at the picture.
That's right.
See it now?
You what?
Huh? You got there. You did it.
Ugh.
People, by the way, what she just did is the correct way to talk to people. A+. I'm not kidding. That just come out and say it.
What now?
Now what?
I can work with this.
Huh?
I can't help it.
Who'da thunk?
Good. 1. Confirm gay relationship in this game.
Oh boy.
Absurd.
That's cute.
Explain.
I never really kind of understood how either of these, like, they're nobles, but why would they have a right to the throne?
Any of the noble houses probably have a right to the throne.
Maybe. Then there's the rest of the conversations.
Hold on. They finally have their C rank support. A+.
Oh, hey, Red. Right, I regret to inform you that you just missed the extremely gay conversation.
It was just the affirmation of everything.
That these two are a couple. The best part about, I think, the finalization of all this is I didn't even find this out through their conversation. It was, I think, Bianca and Sia. No.
Yeah, no, I think it was.
Yeah,
that's because Bianca was giving Sia sass about Garrick, and then Sia turned right back around and went like, yeah, what about you and the princess? And she went, shut up!
Yeah, Bianca and Sia, we found out that Bianca had a crush on the princess, and we were like, okay, now we have to make sure we see that support all the way through.
And you go, well, we did say right before this chapter started, right?
You're right.
So here, let's do this one real quick. Let's do all the supports real quick, and then you can just reload and skip through the other ones and show that one off again.
Explain.
It's nice to finally... We were finally on a map together. Weirdest thing.
Huh?
Ugh.
Not even.
Naturally.
the problem with getting supports out of order. Of Monroe just having this whole thing of, I'm trying to be a better person, then I don't talk to commoners.
Listen, he's trying, okay?
He's trying. Old habits die hard.
Was that all?
Definitely.
Explain. Fool.
Like, these will probably be better conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Pointless.
You can't be serious.
Sorry, the Brook with no surname is very good.
Ugh. Fool.
Oh, they didn't fix this bug.
Yeah, it happens.
Absurd. Hmm.
Can't argue with results.
Very nice. Naturally. Ugh.
Thank you.
Like I said, Monroe actually is a decent arc across this conversation.
Yep.
Oh, damn. Would not have thought. But anyway,
Oh, God.
time for baby.
Rings.
Rings.
Very nice.
Uh-huh.
Absurd. Ugh.
Yep.
Hmm.
What makes you think it was? Yes, she was.
Well,
Explain. Absurd. Hmm.
Adorable.
Not many. It is the end of the game. Okay.
Save in a different spot, so yeah, we can go back and show that to people.
Main menu.
Boop.
For the brief in widening. So the fun thing is, because the widening happens, I rewatched the video. That doesn't come up on the capture because it loses like the game shot for a second.
Mm-hmm. Zoop.
All right, a replay of Gay
Doing crimes.
doing crimes.
Ugh. What now? Now what?
I can work with this.
Huh?
I can't help it.
Who'da thunk?
There you go. Now you know the rest of the story. I'm really surprised they have not fixed that bug yet. But I guess low priority. Okay. We have a lot of level 1s.
Use them up.
Okay, now with the way that they changed accuracy. Wow, Faust is very inaccurate now.
He's on congealed assault. That weapon's always been very inaccurate.
So,
Maybe what power up is pure to give him an accurate option.
I don't know if I'm bringing Faust, honestly.
Really?
I love him. He's great, but like,
Uh-huh.
I'd rather have more consistent healing.
Oh, the overtime healing? I gotcha.
You're fine. You're fine.
Here,
God,
level up his crossbow, just because.
I can get
But he
behind
has
that.
all blues.
By the way, look at the amount of money we have.
Oh yeah, I know. We got a lot of upgrades we're going to be able to do here. We're going to buy a lot of level 3 upgrades, I think, actually. And a lot of level 2s.
Your accuracy is pretty decent. Your accuracy is fine. Your accuracy is fine.
Her accuracy is banging. Lincoln doesn't need upgrades. He's perfect the way he is.
I don't know. I'm hard pressed for who's coming to the end here. Oh, right. We have items to spend.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Yeah, it's way too good on her. That's just a huge boost to her crit and damage output.
Okay. Let us... So I need you to write these down. So we have... We have 1, 2, +2 fortitudes. 1 + 1 defense. 2 + 2 masteries. 3 + 2 lucks. Oh, right. We'll get there in a moment. And 1 + 2 strength. So there was one other change. And this was one that we looked at and went, yeah, no, that makes sense. We have none in our inventory to show it off, but the resale value of items was dropped from 80 to 64 to the point
65.
where 65 to the point where it's still good early game to get you a bunch of like tier 1 upgrades very early, but yeah, they made it so selling stat up items is way less of a thing that you do.
Okay, well, right off the bat, I'm actually going to suggest all the luck goes to one person.
Who?
Sophia. Because she has a thing on that turns all her luck into other stats.
And luck is only crit, right?
Crit and hit, and she's already good at hitting. least I'm pretty sure it's hit. It might be dodge. I forget. You can look.
Crit and accuracy.
Crit and accuracy, yeah.
Is there anybody that we would want to, like,
Maybe him.
split them?
But I do think that I'd give one to him, and I would give one to Corvin and two to Sophia. She just gets so much out of the crit boost because it gets split to all the other stuff because of Ankara's glow.
I can go with that.
Yeah. For the people out there who are wondering, should Newbie have used these stat boosters 20 chapters ago? Yes.
I actually only just got a majority of
I know,
these.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, like, we got these.
Yeah, I know, I'm just giving you a hard
in-
time.
I think...
Most of them you got from Wizard Tree. The others you got from Storming the Capital.
Yeah, so it was literally just 2 maps ago.
Yeah. Hence why I was giving you sass when it didn't really need to be there.
That's right. Wait a minute.
What's up?
Fucking phone?
Did I just see 80%? Hold on, what?
I think they changed some other stuff.
Didn't mention it? Nope, that's normal. Oh, that's why she was taking so much damage from the magic spells. She was next to other people when she got tagged by that blast. That makes sense.
They changed these.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They made it 80% now as opposed to 40%. Okay. That's good to know.
That's wild.
Those were not in the patch notes.
Yeah, there were some changes that were not in the patch notes.
That's actually, well, I don't know if they fixed Lincoln's relic.
What relic?
I know.
He doesn't have one. He doesn't have that anymore.
That broken ass relic that you tried to use for most of the game, and I got angry at you for every single time.
I'm gonna go down this list real quick. So that's the same. That's the same.
Yep.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah. Same.
Same. Same. That should be 2%, in my opinion. Plus or minus 30. Maybe it actually is plus or minus 30% now, as
Maybe they
opposed
fixed
to
it.
whatever the hell it was before. That should be more, in my opinion, going on.
Yeah,
I think
they
all
just-
the resistance ones they boosted up
Yeah.
to double their effectiveness.
Okay, so
Right, so that takes care of the luck boosters. We still have the fort, the
who
mastery.
needs 2 strength?
Not any of your magic users, so Brooke.
I would say Brooke as well.
Either Brooke or comedy option Bianca.
Bianca doesn't actually need it. Rook does.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, mainly because Bianca uses Sarissa,
Yeah.
and Bianca uses the Lucky Stick. So,
They both use it. You can actually upgrade their weapons there in a bit to make them even more powerful. We might be spending a lot of level 4
But-
upgrades to make those better.
that's plus 6,
Compared to plus
15. So
15.
yeah, she could use that strength to make the difference there.
Irving's going to get a boost to his weapon here. Oh, he already has a full boost to his weapon. Oh my goodness. You know what I just realized?
What?
Because he's using the balanced weapon that's super light, he's getting more of damage for his buck compared if he was using the
That's-
power weapon.
Yeah, that is.
His weight is only 4 compared to what the power weapon would be at this point, which is going to be like 12 or 14 or
Yeah, that was a
something.
very good payoff.
Note to self, if making champion, make them go down balanced weapon route. Underline, underline, underline.
You want them to have a light weapon.
Yeah. Light weapon so they can hit really, really hard.
Okay.
Benji gets the defense boost. That's just, give it to Benji.
Finally, it's come full circle. Where Benji has gotten the defense boost item to make up for that 2 defense that he lost.
Yep. And after that, we got Fortitude and Mastery. Man,
Yes.
take somebody, I don't care.
Who would just benefit from having +2 Fortitude? Garrick shouldn't be getting countered ever. Alden is fine.
She has a thing where she's supposed to be by herself, and she gets the 4th buff for it.
She's got to move her first.
Yep. Or last. You know what? I'd actually give double tap of Fortitude to either Monroe or Irving.
There's nothing fixing that.
Monroe would boost him up to about 20, and that's...
Yes.
That means that he'd be able to survive
I was
stuff.
thinking the same thing when I was going down there, because Monroe also does blow up a lot of mages.
Yes, he does. He's very good at it. The lighter weapons would also have better accuracy than a pure power build. Not necessarily. Some of the power weapons are actually extremely accurate, but they're just super heavy to make up for it. Like Garrick's super power bow, it has a lot of accuracy attached to it. I don't know if it's that much better than the balanced weapon is, because it got, accuracy 9. Well, never mind. I actually thought that accuracy was much higher. Oh, never mind. I take back what I just said.
Garrick is just naturally very accurate.
Yeah. I thought it was the reverse of that. I thought he had accuracy 14 on it, not accuracy 9. Ugh.
It's the dex.
It's the dex and luck.
Yeah.
He's just an accurate dude. Accuracy, yes. Also, he's getting that. Good old Deadeye. Anyway.
I'm not
we
actually
continue.
sure where all of his accuracy is coming from.
Don't worry about it.
It must be part of the accuracy formula where dex really weighs into it, and getting that
1.25 and all that stuff. I think...
Oh, that might
think
be
there
that might be 1.25 on top of the accuracy bonus.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yes, okay.
That would make much more sense.
That
What's up?
means if you put somebody into bow for the first level and then like into something else, you can make a different class that just never misses. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so we got 2 mastery and 2
Fort, we're going to Monroe. The mastery, I don't know. Probably someone who benefits a lot from
we have a
mastery.
2 speed, I think, as well.
Speed is... It's probably someone who you want to always be doubling, just to make sure they get there.
No, I would actually give it to Bianca.
Yeah,
or not
I agree.
Bianca, Brooke.
Okay, go for it.
Getting that little bit more speed.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Mastery. What is mastery buff, even? Is it just the aptitude stuff?
It's the aptitude stuff, so you deal extra damage against things that are weak to your stuff.
What about Bianca?
For what? Mastery?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Just crank it all in. She's gonna celebrate with a lot of wine after her victory today. And the hot bean juice goes to
I literally said, Brooke.
Brooke. And then we use these all and we're ready to go.
Well, and now we're ready to upgrade weapons. God,
Here,
fuck,
quick, drink
beans.
all this shit. Put hair on your chest. Bread?
It's just a really good healing item, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally. Vindication.
Okay, I want to see how this works. Okay.
Now switch off the weapon and back on it. Maybe.
No, it already adjusted.
Fair.
When I used the first one, her power went up by 1.
Okay. Hey, it gave a bunch of little boosts here and there. That's fine by me. I think her true speed went up as well.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a scary unit.
Alright, so 35 right now.
Yep.
Alright, just a little buff. As a treat.
This shouldn't change anything on her.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I could do inventory management of like a bunch of healing items, but no, I'm good. Okay, what did I remember I wanted to buff something in particular. That recurve. I got that thing, but I don't think I'm bringing Samara onto the final map because
You have other options. I got you.
I have Lincoln, who's large.
Again, this is one of those things that now we've seen all the patches where people have gotten buffs and classes have gotten various buffs and stuff. I want to see people again the second time through. And various other classes to see how they work. Anyway, weapon upgrades.
Mm-hmm. One moment. Things that I want to do. Yes. I was gonna say purple is rank 3? It's 3. Blue, purple, orange. How many rank 2s are you buying? A lot. Or rank 3s? I might not just be buying. Yeah, I think I'm actually just not buying any
Level 4s? I gotcha. That's fine. Upgrade everybody to level 4. Let's do this thing. That's just dumb. What? What?
Yes.
At the very end, you finally make a Morning Star. combustion up and vow up. But combustion's not a bad idea.
She's not meant to attack.
Nope. Here we go.
I really have to stress how good the balanced weapon is.
The balanced dagger, which has 0 weight. Weight of nope.
Yeah, and it is 1000%. When you say balanced, it is balanced.
The best weapon is the kind that can be used for all kinds of things, not just violence. And that makes sense for someone who is literally tossing his daggers around in the air before hucking them at people.
Not quite.
Enough.
Why am I not surprised? It's not that simple. No. What a joke. Ah. So.
What?
Goodbye. Impossible.
Take heart.
Okay, I was worried there for a moment.
So what have we learned?
What do you mean?
What have we learned about this experience? What have we learned about the big bad guy?
Oh. He's rude?
Yeah, correct. And Samara down there at the bottom.
There we go. That's the theme.
We don't bring Caius?
No, I think I like Caius, but I've kind of grown attached to some of the other characters a bit more.
I figured. I think Caius was really good for you at the minigame, and if you brought him now, he'd just be too good.
Well, this is an
A map?
uninspiring map.
I know. I remember when I got to this point, I went, guys, you could have done a little bit better here.
Oh, hey, there are still drop. I'm actually surprised that there's going to be prep before the final map.
I didn't want to say anything.
2 tier 3 tokens, just enough to get Garrick's bow up to...
I believe there's actually 4 tier 3 tokens on the map.
Nope. Yeah, alright.
And then the final boy.
Well,
By the way, look how much armor he's wearing.
Leather.
Let's see all that armor? Yeah, leather.
Leather.
I remember it's actually
Leather.
plate though, it's just lying.
Plate. Leather. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
The balance was not kind to you.
No, he was fake already, man. He was already. Oh, by the way, he's level 1.
Yeah, of course. Well.
Oh god! I remember getting to this point at this map, like however a few weeks ago, and just going, "What the hell is happening right now?"
No, this is just a mass of characters on the front line because.
I did have to take this carefully though, because those are level 45 units.
The numbers are different.
They'd
now,
be
though.
big boys. Yeah.
Look at that dodge.
Yeah. Dodge 71.
Again,
Dodge 138.
the numbers are different.
Yeah. I definitely remember the Windrunner there. I had to send like 7 people just to take him down because he kept dodging.
I mean, he's not going to be simple to hit, but it's not going to be free for the enemy.
30%. There was definitely a point on this map that
It
I
is
had to
more
take
accurate than the Dwarven recurve, though.
Yep. There was definitely a point on this map that I had to step away for a little bit because I was getting sick from the background.
Damn.
Yep. Your mage might help with this a bit.
Yeah, let's slide her over. Right to here. Maybe, you know, hit a man. Maybe delete a man.
I mean, kill a man? Yeah. Soul Pilgrim. These aren't undead. These are soul pilgrims. They're on their journey to another part of the world. Why? Don't care. I believe. Conversely, she could just kill someone else, but still.
I mean, she's one of our most accurate hitters. That's why I'm
Yeah.
going for this guy.
Wow, she didn't activate a single thing. But she did set up work.
So anyway.
Nope, nope, nope.
What?
That's a coin flip crit chance and hit chance on her. Well, you know what? You're right. She might just crit herself in one shot.
It's easier
Exactly.
if you hold
You're right.
still.
You're right. You're right.
Can't believe Chrome doesn't believe in broke.
I believe in how many
Short
times I had to
skills?
reset in the first turn on this map.
All right, baby.
I was on such a good streak for so long. Ugh.
Damn.
Welcome to my hell.
All right, let's deal with the fireman.
Well, fireman, yeah, he's dead.
Weird.
I forgot Meteor did that.
I feel stronger.
Sure.
Do I look stronger?
Trickster?
Interesting.
Getting there. Oh, yeah. You go for the kill.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Got there. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
I
look
almost
into
forgot the big update happened this week. It was, in fact, a very big update.
tanking.
Well, you're already bringing one of them in.
$48 is a
You got
number.
Marin for that. She'll be fine. She'll only get it once, and she has 103 health.
I made a mistake.
Yes, you did. He'll be fine.
Will he?
If you want to, move Monroe to the left of him and phase him to the left.
Yeah.
Get a move on.
You're already pulling them in, so it's fine.
I also had to heal there.
So is the plot of this game okay? Because the gameplay seems pretty... It's generic-y plot, really. There's some moments that made me go, oh, that was a pretty good idea, but for the most part, it's...
It's... They go from plot beat to plot beat, with
Yeah.
sometimes... No, damn it.
Not
God
bad.
damn it.
Nothing stringing the two things together.
Yeah. Plots get dropped at some point and come back several chapters later, but it seems like they had a really good idea for the beginning and the end, and the middle was kind of a moosh.
Call that a hammer?
Remember when you had to take that beacon to the god in the other realm where you had to fight yourself?
Yeah.
Remember how that just stopped being a thing after a bit?
I mean, we did it.
Yeah, you did it. That's right. You won. You didn't have to worry about it anymore.
We took the beacon and we did the thing.
It's a shame. You're so cute.
These enemy names are changing from Delhi into Soul Pilgrim? Yeah, it's because they're Soul Pilgrims now. They're on their way to heaven.
So anyway, they buffed this class. This was a class that needed a buff.
Several buffs.
Somebody looked at Witch Hunter and Green Knight and went, it doesn't do enough damage.
I mean, the damage boost was nice. I think the bigger thing for me that I'm looking at is just the haste proc, giving such a huge boost to defense and fortitude. I could just see that class walking up and giving people a defense buff and not attacking, and letting someone like Benji just go tank on the front lines without a care in the world. Good God, man. This is what I remember from Alden. At some point, Alden just hit a marker or some sort of a growth point where he was just one-shotting everything. I don't know what happened.
Alden. What are you gonna do? Stab me?
You won't be missed.
You'll live.
Fuck.
That's all you've got.
My blood!
I'm not owned. This is a tank.
Turns out when someone can summon Ragnarok from the heavens, you shouldn't taunt them.
Awaiting orders.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Little warning next time.
Lincoln's so good.
My course
Damn
is
it!
steady.
Mother...
He got the speed, but what's his luck growth? What's his luck growth?
20.
Okay,
Alright.
you know that makes sense. Fair.
Lead the way.
Never getting that Chivo.
Every single time that happens, I just silently curse CoBuddy because CoBuddy got it on their
Shield is
first map.
yours.
Looking good.
Whatever it takes.
Speaking of Fire Emblem games and their plots, you started playing Fire Emblem Fates recently? Yeah, good luck with that.
With the ink.
When Newbie ever gets around to it, I'm really looking forward to Newbie just constantly asking, but why though?
Why though?
Because that's probably the best way to respond to that game.
Diligence is its own reward.
Remember when we weren't sure about Corbin?
Man, I'll freely admit, I made him the same class you did, and I dropped him pretty fast because I thought, nah, he's just not worth it. And I regret doing that, and I'm really excited to use him on another run.
Well, Sorry. Oh, wait, no, right. She has high fortitude.
Yes, she's built for this.
Alright. Slides right in here.
Make sure she switches over, but...
Yes. Wait. I'm sorry, what?
What?
Ah, yes, the chainmail. The pyromancer in chainmail.
Does Monroe wear a chain?
Monroe
He does.
wears chain. I can't say shit, apparently.
Nope. It doesn't look like they wear a chain, but they actually wear a chain.
You. Can I get all the way there?
No, but she can at least get in. She'll be fine.
No, wait, hold up. How far
She
is
could also
to?
just... Oh, are you going to do some... But then Benji's going to be out of the way of everything. Because he'll be so far back, he won't be able to get anywhere. Just put her in range of the mage so Benji can keep moving.
You're a fool, you know that?
What? I'm a fool, yeah, I know.
There we
I'm just
go.
going to do that. Okay, fair.
Perfect. I just want to make sure these all move the same. Okay, yes.
Yes. What, do you think that the illusionist over there can move like 9 spaces or something?
You know, I don't know what would make me think that.
Hit rate. Good luck.
You know, that's fair. Wow. Look at them spreading out. Anyway, I'm going to
Well,
move
right.
her right here.
Well, 1 space back, so she can attack.
I guess.
She could just kill this man.
Also, she has 80% resistance
Yes,
to his
that's
damage.
the main reason I was bringing it up.
Cool.
Well, that was cool. I don't think I've ever seen that move before.
Yeah, the higher tier spell animations, you don't see a lot of them because...
Yeah, that was neat. Get him, Monroe. I believe in you. He'll be fine. He can tank it.
He will legitimately be fine.
He will tank it. I think even if that fort buff was a good idea.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh,
see the crit animation
man!
Take
Here
care
we go.
your blood doesn't stain my robes.
Yeah, at a point, they kind of ran out of time to make very different animations for the crits and just started doing the purple colors, which, yeah, that's fair. You
Yeah, I get it.
did, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4 animations for all the mages. Yeah, you might have put a bit more on your plate than you could handle.
We're gonna do it for all of them, and it's gonna be great halfway through. Fuck it, man. I don't know. Just make it purple.
What if it was purple?
Please clap.
He's so
Hold
good.
on. I need to get this better. There we go.
Nope.
Damn it. It's not coming through.
May I make a recommendation so we get this bit at least once?
What?
Do it at the end of talking, like almost as soon as you are done.
Oh, so that I'm talking at the very end of it, I just clap right at the end of the thing?
It was a little muffled, but it got there.
There we go. It's fine. I never got a good clap on any of those as well, so I'm a little disappointed with myself. But why, though?
Damn. Wait.
What? I thought you were range 3. Why did that hit you once and not twice?
It's good to be me.
There are glitches.
Game?
There are glitches to be brought up with the new patch. It's fine.
Interesting.
Alright, whatever. Bianca, go kill him. Actually, this might do it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine.
Ow.
We can have little damage as a treat.
In position.
Check this out.
Doesn't quite get there.
She'll add on her damage. It'll be fine. And she can finish off, yeah. She would have killed.
It's fine. We got there.
One for the road.
Have fun.
Sir.
Sir will live. He'll live. Maybe. I want to believe in that 2%. No. Your death ray does nothing.
I was hoping for a ferret proc.
I was too.
Okay, let's look into healing. Who needs heal? Porter needs heal. Garrick needs heals.
Lead the way.
Garrick shouldn't be getting hit.
Garrick shouldn't be getting hit, you're right.
Looking good.
But we will fix the mistakes that the game makes.
Yeah, Helena can take care of it.
Lose hope.
Defense.
In
Yes.
service to the order.
That's just fake. That defense stat is fake.
I love it.
61 defense.
We gave a character 100% defense growth as a
in a
joke.
class. Yeah.
As a joke and or prank.
Like, I can't think of her being in any other class at this point.
No, at that point, that defense growth is a joke and or prank. It is a joke or prank. No, anyway. Come fight this. I forgot that gladiators can disarm. It feels so weird, but also feels correct. You know what? Now that I think about it, no, that's right. Oof, woof. Though. You outspeed this man. I don't feel confident, you know, pulling them.
Oh, all right.
Benji, though. Alright, hey, you want to see a funny prank?
Bring it on.
This game rules. This game's real smart.
In position. In position.
Dang, I only did, like, a third of that guy's health.
In position.
So anyway.
Yield now or die.
Sir. The real thing about the champion that I absolutely adore is the fact that, well, A, I can do that. But I was going to point this out. So, it's sort of a tank buster in a way as well, because like, hey, you can just walk up to this guy and do 61 damage.
Yeah.
But also, what if
I just killed this man?
Strength
Oh no!
path to peace.
No!
he gained speed?
And straight. Oh god, he's gonna hit 100 power by the end of the game.
May have. May have, good friend.
Right away.
Alright, time to open the can.
Moderate opening.
A smidgen of an open. Phase 2.
I really appreciate that you have the 2 hammer users just battering away at this plate mill. Clang, clang, clang.
Bench. It's always right. When we get we can probably get Benji there.
Sure.
Why is it's more accurate and it fucks me up every time. And Benji gets to the front lines without having to move.
I'd like to
You've just walked?
No, he couldn't have gotten there by walking.
Oh, he was 1 off. Gotcha. Okay. He could take another step forward.
I don't trust him taking both these men.
Fair enough.
50. He only takes full damage, yes, actually.
I think those guys do reduce damage to him as well.
That feels like it makes sense.
There's still a guy down here to kill.
Oh, I'm getting there, don't worry. There's plenty of men to kill him.
have fun. I've got a lot to learn.
Small child. Come on.
Alden sat down and went, whoa, phasing. What the?
I feel like I get something for doing this.
It's amazing how just that little change makes me want to use phase way more.
That little change, it makes me want to use phase. It also means that leveling up all your people, if you wanted to use the whole roster, is now much more viable. Because you can have people gaining experience even if it's not murder. While you're moving from murder to murder, you can be getting that little 15 experience nudge every single so often.
Okay. That is an effective damage against her. How much damage do you do? You're a crit weapon, but it won't be like a crit for how much damage? Ooh, is she chain? Yes, she is. Never mind. That's crit for a lot of damage. Okay, we don't kill literally every enemy
If I must.
approaching this turn. You know, I looked at this and went, oh man, he doesn't kill immediately, and then realized that he only takes 14 damage. Who the fuck cares? I can't stop looking at Flash Lotus. It's such a cool looking spell.
It is willed.
Sometimes you get those chances. It's cute. Anyway.
Going all right over there? Notice that maybe Benji doesn't care.
Benji don't care. Let me get my shirt that says Benji don't care.
China don't mind.
China don't mind. You know, for old time's sake.
Beam!
Wish I could do that.
I need to do. I think I'm committing on one of my side playthrough, to upgrade beams on the character just because I want to see what the higher level beams look like.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing.
And dang,
It's okay. You brought Sia, right?
see ya.
Yeah, Sia's here. She's got cruel efficiency. She'll totally kill that guy.
Thought you'd never ask.
This feels mean.
Right between the eyes.
Feels meaner. That's about what? 120 damage? 115? 110. Right, it's only a 15% boost to his crit. I thought it was 25.
Okay, sir. Sir.
It is amazing how much of a 180 it's been for him now that he has this absolutely devastating amount of damage he can do in one hit. That champion buff was a bit much.
Oh, all right.
But again, it's fine.
Again,
It
it's fine,
works.
yeah. I would have gone with double for the attack speed buff, but they went triple and went, okay, cool.
It's all falling into place.
Maybe Bianca does it? She's got 100%.
Can do.
Bianca might do it.
She also hit level 40 if she kills. I'm pretty sure she's gonna
Wrong
kill.
day to play
Are you sure?
I... God.
They did say it was 1.5. That's what they said in
Not
the
bad,
notes.
not bad.
In the patch notes, they said 1.5. Unfortunately, it's
2.5,
just
2.5. They said 2.5.
2.5. Unfortunately, it's 3 times in the actual game. There were some changes in game that weren't in the patch notes. For instance, they super buffed the defensive relics by doubling the amount of damage resistance they give you.
Wait, why was he over triple digits? Oh, Battle Maiden kicked in. That's what it was. Right. He's within 2 spaces of Bianca.
Yes. Which
Like,
gives
wait a
him
minute.
8% more power, which
Yep.
is almost 8. Effectively, if you want to make a tank even tankier, like one of the plate boys, you just give them that astral reduction.
Yeah, I think I cannot wait to do that because that takes away one of their biggest flaws is the amount of damage they take from
The 40% boost from astral. Yes.
that completely counters it, and that's phenomenal.
The lucky stick, huh? Let's see who's luckier, sir. Moving at a pace.
Lead the way. Stay with me.
It's funnier for you to have full health. And also I can heal Benji.
Fresh as a daisy.
Nah, you double? That's cute. Anyway.
Strike true. Growing as the shadow passed.
Man, she's balanced.
Wait, here they come.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Big ol' son.
Anyway, Speedy Boy. Well, again, mage first. She's so far back, but she can still probably get in a range because her speed is yes.
What mage?
You're illusionist.
Oh, right.
You have a person that gives an accuracy buff. Can phase somebody closer if she wants.
I like you better over there.
Sure.
I'm feeling lucky.
It's easier if you hold still.
Yeah, it's very nice that due to the dodge change,
Sharp skills,
you see an
full
extremely dodgy enemy and they're 40% chance to hit instead of 0.
Or 15 or
Yeah.
some extremely low number. It's, okay, this is frustrating, but I can deal with this.
Yes, you can work around it with the mechanics that the game has put forth for you.
I have people that can do this. Yes.
Two
begins.
large men.
Did Benji take an HP loss?
No.
Okay.
I would remember because HP losses became gigantic.
Yeah.
After a point. I remember somebody got an HP loss and they lost like 7 HP.
No, no, no. We have better.
Yeah.
2 steps forward. 1
Sure.
step
Who
back.
cares?
I may have actually overcommitted.
You could phase Irving forward, and he could go attack the super defender.
Yeah.
She could also just deal a ton of damage here.
1 crit.
True. Go for it.
Damn. Still.
It's good setup.
I feel stronger.
Sure.
Do I look stronger?
We can double phase him forward. No, I already moved the baby.
He only has to get to the other guy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You're good to have around.
So the champion is the
I am here.
basic attack version of what the drifter is supposed to be. Because the drifter is supposed to be a one-shot machine, but the drifter has to crit to do it.
Got there. Yeah, I like this magic swapping thing that you can do with the
Yes.
with the Dragon Knights. I wasn't sure how I would like it, but it actually plays out pretty.
I wasn't sure how I'd like it on Iris
with me.
when I had, because I have her as my, whatever the next level reverie is. I forget
Astral
the name off the
Seeker.
top of my head. Astral Seeker. I really thought I wasn't going to enjoy it, but it's amazing how useful it was to bust out the super accurate, balanced magic ability when she was trying to tag a speedy boy. Because her hammers just weren't doing it. But then again, at the very end, I did upgrade her hammer to be the accuracy hammer, and then she was able to tag with that as well.
Let's
So
do it.
that might have just been me being stupid.
Interesting.
Inconclusive.
Quickly and quietly. How can I assist?
Oh, there was a heal chance. Oh well.
Thought you'd never ask.
Oh, Lincoln's catching up. There was another heal chance. Alright, let's see how these work. Okay. They're like the things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn. Couple of the characters won't be able to get through. But we move through next turn.
You'll get there. Helena leads us in.
Okay. Boss does not move. Mages won't be in range.
Boss is fake. I kind of wish this guy was a little bit realer.
The problem of many bosses are fake in Dark Deity.
It is willed.
If they're going to be fake, you need to make them like the necromancer guy on that map on the mountain where he's shooting lightning bolts at people.
Yes.
Then, yeah, he's fake, but he's also causing you to be, like, some frustrations by sniping at your back line.
My shield is yours.
Huh?
Send multiple people over at once.
How can I assist? My shield is yours.
Let me get some of that.
I'm sorry, Veggie. Benji wants some of the bone healing juice.
I won't let you fall.
All yours.
Whatever it takes.
Rally to me.
My hard work is paying off.
Powerful.
Embrace your fallen fate.
So anyway,
But wait, I have a retort.
Now, press the attack. Run as the shadow passed.
here they come.
Whatever.
So I just gonna slide over here. Just gonna slide right
Real
here.
quick. Just real quick. I gotta take care of this super fast. This does not seem fair.
Just one more thing.
Yeah, yes, we go with the nice damage output.
You say you have cosmic power to end all things.
Oh! The Mega Beam!
Yeah. A ferret on an arrow is enough to take you out. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, ferrets have phenomenal cosmic power.
Oh, all right.
You remembered.
Hold that thought. It's good.
Set
It's
him
a
up.
good start. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Send these things.
Forgot about the other two.
Send these two ding dongs in. I mean, yeah, you can't get there.
Corvin will get close enough to disarm someone.
Well,
Although
okay,
I'd
you
attack
don't
that
know.
guy first because he's a ranged unit, and it
Uh,
might stop him. It might stop people from doubling him. But the spear guy can get disabled.
What will you do now?
Well, I know who's dying.
Well, remember they're tanky.
He still took off 2/3 of their health in one swing.
They're in theory tanky.
Nope.
Dang.
From above, maybe?
I'm more amazed at the fact that he has a 57% chance to hit.
There
Wait,
we go.
what?
Sloan. Yeah,
It changed. Wait,
41 damage to...
he
41
had
damage.
a higher. I might have to. He definitely had a higher. Damn, it was like 50
Benji's
something.
Always ready.
No, no, I think you're mixing up the hit and the damage outputs there, bud.
Yeah, either way. Either
Out
way,
of Benji's way.
it's
He
fine.
says go away.
Please clap.
God, Benji. There we go.
It had to be done.
I'm so happy that you can just build the units that are large.
It's all in
They
the
just
execution.
have the one big number that they throw around, and it works
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah, that is a nice thing.
Okay,
Shield
it's
is yours.
it's time. Hello. I'm so happy that Vesta can do things like that. There was, yeah, we need to actually throw out some heals.
What? Why?
Stay with me.
It isn't like she was almost dead. Here we go.
Be honored that I'll kill you myself.
14.
Oh, shit.
14.
Sorcerer.
Impressive, is it not?
14.
Right away.
Let me get some of that.
Wait a minute, doesn't Monroe start with 80 health if you make him a whatever the base level magic sorcerer or whatever it is when you pick him up? Because he comes at like level 20, right?
Effort duly rewarded.
If he comes at 80, that means he's already getting the max benefit out of Vosh's Insanguination.
I
appreciate that.
I suppose that is correct.
Also, his HP is just completely fake.
Okay, I was about to say, is that an HP cap? But no.
Are you sure?
Also, yes, I agree with chat here.
Oh, bro, yeah, absolutely.
With one caveat.
Mm-hmm.
So we put you there. Just going to
Are you sure?
Oh, Bianca's got to get closer, yeah.
do some shenanigans here. Put you there.
Shove him in the back with Benji.
Yes. Well, no, actually, hold that thought. Just gonna put Benji there.
Yep, Shove him with Helena.
Just gonna
Ooh,
give
yeah.
him a haste buff.
Haste buff that does absolutely nothing to his defenses at all. Oh boy.
Just wanna look at that real quick. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yes. Whammy.
He's gonna get hit twice in return. At a 1% chance.
You've made your
Oh,
death a
jeez.
necessity.
Ooh, had to take that one for a moment. It's a cool looking class. Wait, it has range 2?
Yeah, of course he does. You just can move them back a little bit, it's fine.
Well, Benji has to stand there.
That is so lazy.
I will.
Oh man. Without
What?
the buff, he's taking
Yeah.
2 damage.
You've made your death a necessity.
You know, I was gonna say that he was going to level off of killing his brother, but I think you might just kill before the brother. Before 8 more combat sessions. He's smart enough not to attack.
I
Good
will.
good call. A+.
You've made your death a necessity.
Wait, why is your damage output continuing to go? Does this guy have some sort of a hidden passive? Why are you doing that much less damage? Oh, it's for the chivalry. That's what it is.
So it is.
I forgot that was a thing. I do think for the very last hit, you should put 3 people next to him so he does the maximum
will.
damage.
You know, for what it's worth, I'm losing a lot of money doing this.
Yes, who cares?
I just want to point that out.
Part of me wants to know what the crit animation is for that enemy class, but I don't think he has a crit rate in the first place.
Probably doesn't have a crit animation.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Damn.
You've
Well,
made your death a necessity.
It was either
Oh, well.
this or, you know, Xaxes. Got there.
Strength is the only
Right,
path
he gives
to
everyone
peace.
around him a 5 experience boost when he kills something. He gave it to himself.
Maybe.
Because he was at 94. No, that's his passive. He gives everyone, when he kills someone,
I
5
won't
experience.
rejoice in destruction.
Shut up, Irving.
So anyway, Irving got all of that damage in the end there.
Otherwise, probably would have been Sophia being the MVP.
Probably.
And she deserves it because she's Sophia.
Teamwork. Look at that.
Teamwork, yeah. You
The
took
only-
so little damage.
Marin and Vesta were the only ones that didn't kill anything. And
I
like,
didn't need to.
yeah, they were healing. They were healing and tanking. Irving, though. 10 dodges. Wow. Wow, Irving.
I wonder where those all came from.
How'd you get 10 dodges? That was the dumbest boss ever.
It can't be. Yes.
Empyrean. Here we go. The edge of ascension. It's been a long road, newbie.
It's not that simple.
When's the Deity playthrough? I have opinions about hard modes in Emblems.
You have opinions?
I have many.
Okay.
Still.
Irving was the last person to get to fully promote. Well, that's kind of because his middle class was kind of lackluster. The knight class did get a lot of buffs. With Maeve on this one, let's just shank him from the shadows.
Whatever it takes.
Damn, got there. One character got there.
Really?
Sterling. Still. No kidding. Yes. I'm with you.
These two are barely on maps together. I think you just always get these.
No, I mean, I don't think it takes long for them to build up the affinity is the thing.
Maybe.
How is this fair? Still.
Give me just a hot second to check something. One hot check-in, as you would call it. Interesting.
You're wrong.
I don't know. Whatever you say. No.
Troubling.
Blast.
No. I've said my part.
Hello. Yes.
Hello? Yeah.
Hold that thought.
I think it's time to buy a bunch of tier 4 boosters.
Mayhab.
Yeah. Upgrade that offense weapon. Amp it up.
Oh, it didn't gain any weight. Oh, wow, it doesn't gain any more weight. Huh. Well, anyway.
Ooh.
Because I can.
Mm-hmm. Here at 5th and last, some final upgrades.
The beam.
Deep Lance. I think you need to have the ultimate conquest bow here. I mean, come on. Yep.
Jeez.
I go balance over power. The ultimate balance.
He doesn't need it.
I know. Okay. Alden. Small child. Been with you since the beginning.
But he doesn't
Max.
need it.
I know, but to Max anyway. You could give it to Monroe, actually.
I could give it the best up.
She's not going to be hitting things. She's going to be healing and tanking. Oh, that's a lot of crit. And it's really lightweight.
Yeah.
I know it's a balanced weapon, but still.
And away we go.
With honor.
Make your peace!
They're coming in the groups. Got it.
Chop chop!
Come on!
Boat crew, which includes Faust.
Yep.
Let go of all fear.
Miscellaneous.
We are also here. Why is Rose not with Alexa?
She is.
Oh, sorry. I completely missed her, what with her hat and everything else.
The gods
Who is this other
can't have you
character?
now.
And then the Order havers.
Yeah. The Order... I have Order and Order adjacent with Ren there, because I
Yeah.
think he was hired by the Order.
I won't rejoice in destruction.
Pathetic.
Strength is the only path to peace.
No.
No, 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 no. That is not the time to say strength is the only path to peace. Stop it.
So. I will remember.
Very quiet boss music. Remember when my hair turned black and that was never a plot point?
What? Alright, who doesn't come along? It's Faust.
Yes. We have already written off Faust. I love Faust. Faust is not part of this group.
No, and that's fine. He did his job. He actually soloed a couple maps for you.
Yes. Let's look back fondly on the ones that we aren't bringing. Faust soloed a couple maps. It's hilarious. Samara. Man, the mount version with this of Move 9 is hilarious. Caius is a killer with the great sword. I really like Tank Mage. It's so
Tank
good.
Mage. Also, she's good at setting other people up.
Yeah. Thaniel
Saved your ass on a map.
Good passive.
His
Elias.
passive is... Hey, Elias is good now.
Elias is good now. Also, Surge. Alexa just didn't get that much time to shine, but is also fantastic.
I'm curious to see how she is next time through.
Yeah.
With the buffs she got.
Axe Rider. Axe Rider's great. Berserker on the couple maps we used him was a force. Ren just didn't get time to shine, and also kind of lost out for being a character that you get. He gets his speed growth kind of gets janked in that way.
At least in this class, because gladiators are kind of slow. I think he would have been better as a thief or an assassin.
Arma.
Next time through, baby.
Finally stopped accelerating after a point.
Yeah, but next time through, he's going to have better speed and so much better fortitude. He's going to be able to do things.
What if you just crit Fatal?
What if she gains some goddamn strength?
Yeah, that was the big thing. Maeve kind of also had that problem of please gain more strength. Gain more speed.
I'm curious to see how she is next time.
You were doomed from the start. We fixed it.
Yep.
Look at this growth now.
That 80% strength is just, oh, it's beautiful.
Astral Seeker also will have time to shine with better growths. You did not get that 60% defense as much as you should have.
Nope. It was 50% for, well, no, 60%, you're right.
And well, no, that got upgraded.
No, the previous class got upgraded. This one was already at 60%, I think.
Right, but she was mostly in the previous class.
Exactly. So she missed out on 29 levels worth of, 19 levels worth of that boosted defense.
Yep. And just showed us that Illusionist was great. You're a fine character. It just comes very late in the game.
Yep. And I mean, hey, that's okay. She did her job.
Yep. There sure are crystals.
Sure are some crystals with longsword. That's weird.
Precision. Harmony.
Sure are some things happening over there.
And it always comes back to crystals. Alright, so this is not just rush down the boss. This is you have to split up.
I mean, you could try to rush down the boss. That might not end well for you.
How bad could it be?
Notice his movement range.
This tooltip is wrong.
Some things might be lying.
Is he gonna change character type? That's fire damage. It's lightning damage. That's plate. Okay.
Yep. You're noticing now. He's beginning to believe. This is giving you some Radiant Dawn vibes? It should, because that's the exact thing I thought of when I first saw this
This
map.
background is bad, though.
Yes, this background hurts.
Okay, everybody take a healer. We fan out.
Kill the crystals as fast as you possibly can.
Exactly.
I would say, no matter what happens on this map, you keep going.
Yes.
If somebody drops, you go.
That is how I've generally played final maps. I've just been mostly lucky.
Yeah.
All right.
Irving goes and punches the boss in the face.
No. But we have our fan here.
Yep. Good luck. But where did Rose go off to? I didn't see her there at the end.
The mysteries abound. Interesting. I see.
Hee.
This. Okay, I see. Mechanics are abound.
Yeah, you've got people who got marked and people who didn't. People who didn't, they can do things.
Quickly and quietly. How can I assist?
Also marked.
Awaiting orders.
It's fine. All the healers got marked. Shatter. I see. They are his buffs.
Yes.
There's
Shatter the
regeneration.
crystals. As fast as you can.
Regeneration.
That one needs to go away like yesterday.
Rage. Interesting. Font. Or, no, power. Okay. Yes, resuming the protection. Alright, so he must have some huge defense or something. Dampening, probably magic protection.
It tells you what it does in the info boat. Empowers Empyrean to cast Wicked Bolt.
Ah, I see.
Empowers Empyrean to dampen player healing by 50%.
That one sucks. Man, Storm.
An extra fortitude and defense.
I did not catch what this one was. For
The one you killed regenerated his HP by 10% each turn.
okay. Cast Firestorm. Hey, that one needs to go. Double movement range.
Guys move 12.
Okay. And that was one of the other attacks.
So you have your marching orders now. You know what to do.
I am here.
How big was movement? Yeah, there you go.
I like you better over there.
Zoop.
Just can't get there, but
That's okay. Next turn, absolutely. Here's a dumb question. Can you disarm him?
That's a
I
good
don't-
question, Mega Man. No.
No, didn't think so. I don't think you can disarm bosses. It was just one of those things that like popped in my head of, you know, it is really hard to tell what's going on.
I really hate this background.
The extra swirl is not great.
Rude.
Ow. That's a lot of experience.
By your grace, Thing.
Okay, so the people in the aura took double damage. And he sure is casting Firestorm a second time.
Well, that's Mana Storm. What about the ones that's on the other people? Is that Firestorm the one that's on your targets outside of that range?
Does not say.
Well, let's start killing some of these crystals then and see what happens.
Fortunately, we can't destroy the Mana Storm one, but whatever.
Maybe the big stick will do it. I want to believe. Yeah.
Embrace your fallen fate.
This might help a lot.
That was...
Firestorm. There you go.
Okay, so I got... Oh, Mana Storm is around him. Okay.
Yeah. And there's Mana Storm. Can you get anyone there this turn? Can you get Garrick there?
That's got to be a Wicked Bolt.
Yeah. The Wicked Bolt's the one that's hitting all the other people. Maybe. You got some phases.
Quickly and quietly.
Yeah, I got Monroe. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure? Have fun!
This should be fun.
You can use the Spitfire because even though it says 49, remember he gets a crit buff. Also,
Oh, sorry.
you okay over there?
It's fine.
There we go. That's much better.
So this one doesn't actually explain what it does. It might just be damage, period.
My shield
Anyway.
is yours.
Yeah. Was there anyone who got hit by it? It looks like they just take like a small amount of damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna send her up that way. Alright, so you need to heal Lincoln.
Yeah. I think it's time for the healers to just form a chain of healing. Whoop. Oh, she healed herself. That's her passive.
Yes.
All yours. I like you better over there.
So let's talk about MVP, Sloan.
It's all falling into place. Can do.
The person who was going to get everybody else into position.
She'll be fine.
I want to believe. Oh, come on.
Maybe.
Wrong
We're good.
day to play hero.
This might just one-shot it, actually. Yeah, that would have one-shot it on its own. Breaking
Benji,
through.
run away!
You don't want Benji next to the boss?
Why are they equipped
Yeah.
with long swords?
I don't know.
Rude.
He really hates Lincoln.
He's switching
Oh, he
spells
switched-
each turn.
Yeah, he is. Ooh, that did some damage. That bolt hurt some people pretty bad.
It's
It's fine.
No, it didn't actually. It just is doing the same amount of damage each time.
Oh, I was just looking at Corbin. Corbin took a chunk of damage there.
It's doing about the same amount of damage each time. Corbin
Yeah.
just has the least health on the team. Anyway.
Fair.
Fuck this one in particular. Which one's this one? Okay, that's the bonus defense. Whatever, fuck this one in particular.
Remember when they said this class was bad?
They really had the audacity to say that this class was not
It's not
good.
bad. It was just that it needed buffs.
They really had the audacity to say that the class needed buffs.
Which, I don't know about that one.
My shield is yours.
Yep.
Get a move on.
Mages doing mages things.
Have fun!
Remember when FaZe was amazing?
Alright, we'll have that one
If you
handled
insist.
next turn.
She's got this one.
You still kind of stand there.
Actually, I think he's still in range of the boss.
No, we took the boss's movement away.
Oh wow, you did. Oh my god, she can phase so much. I think it actually might be better. Yeah, I think Bianca's a better call.
I like you better over there.
It's gonna be next turn either way.
Yeah, that just guarantees she gets there. So next turn,
Can't double. We remove the random damage he's doing,
and also the healing.
I
damage.
forgot that our healing was dampened.
Your healing is just really good.
How about
I guess Corbin, you can bring Corbin back up and heal him. I don't know.
How about you?
Spin the wheel. Yep, I've been waiting for you to get to that. There's a reason you can't disarm him. He has infinite arms. Well, I guess we bring MC back to murder this man.
I am a powerful wizard!
Whatever it takes.
What magic does he know how to cast? Yes.
Behold, the wizard! Whomst? Ah,
I am here.
Helena. Remember Helena, who's been breaking stuff for you?
Helena did a job that was very important. Really does not like Lincoln.
I don't know why he doesn't like Lincoln. He's doing the same amount of damage no matter what spell he casts. How many levels has Lincoln gained after getting shot in the face?
By your grace, Fate.
He's very good at it.
Yeah.
Behold.
In position.
Again,
You're
she'll
really
get there.
gonna try me?
That might be the last time we see Bianca do something.
I am drawing a complete blank and cannot remember what the name of the status effect move from FF5 is.
Which one?
The one that X-Death uses.
White Hole?
No, the other one. The big one.
Grand Cross?
Grand Cross. There we go. He's Grand Cross.
It's all in the execution.
This might kill.
Not quite.
Yeah, whatever.
It's easier if you
This
hold
this
still.
one might kill though.
Look, I had a brain fart, alright? Brain farts happen.
No, I'm not giving you a hard time at all about that.
Chat's giving me a hard time.
Eh.
Would hate to be you right now.
Okay.
There we go. Buffs are down.
The team
Ads are
teamed up.
down. Quick, surround him.
T-pose aggressively.
Yeah, no kidding.
My shield is yours.
Maybe not.
There's a chance that she doubles him.
Yeah. Well, that's because his... Yeah. Oh.
How can I help?
Very well.
Do you think I actually wasn't going to T-pose aggressively at him? Okay, maybe not.
El Corwin will be fine.
Interesting.
He's got corn on the cob to eat. Delicious. And now you rush him. You just bring everybody else over. I really think this guy should have just been able to teleport.
No, I adore the fact that you can just fucking encircle him.
This is actually, since people brought up Radiant Dawn, this actually reminds me of Path of Radiance.
Oh my
While they're
god.
attacking you. Bring it on!
Bring it on!
Bring it! I like his hit animation. Just
I feel stronger. Do I look stronger?
I'm gonna set you on fire with my dragon.
What are you gonna
Yeah?
do? Throw a spell at me?
Strike true.
Oh, can he do any magic?
I think he can.
Embrace your fallen fate.
I really appreciated that a lot of the art that came out for this patch was of Helena. I realized, just, you know what? They get it. They know who's cool. Check this out. Even if he gets crit, he'll be fine. Besides, he's regenerating.
Take care your blood doesn't stain my robes.
Full health?
Yep. That was a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Let's do it.
Oh, right. That's a joke.
Beam.
That's a Joker prank.
Did the small child just shoot me with a beam of light? And then I missed him with my count. What? It's okay. This way, the next time Alden attacks, he's going to get his focus buff because he's standing
A
still.
lot to learn.
Benji's always ready.
Oof, talking about has taken a lot of damage.
And I think that's all just from long-range attacks on her. Area effects and what have you.
No.
He'll be fine.
No.
He's holding place.
Yes. There's 1, 2.
Quickly.
By the
and
way,
quietly.
these two probably aren't going to make it back in time. It's okay. Bianca did her job.
Bianca destroyed 2 crystals.
Yep.
Wait, whom? Oh, right.
Yeah, Corvin, who's just going to sit there and go, nah. I think he can. He personally can only attack at range 2. He can counter at range 1, but I think he only
Strike
attacks
true.
at range 2. Getting there.
Huh?
Huh? What? Terror Rift still looks dope.
Yes, it does. I don't know who's getting MVP for this map.
There we go.
Coming in hot!
Might be Small Child.
If I must.
Oh man. Yup. That's a lot of damage.
You crossed the wrong Valburin.
Full health?
Maybe close to it.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough that I don't have to heal.
And they lowered.
Silver Garden will thrive when I take charge.
What's that defense growth? What's that defense growth? God damn it.
We need you to heal the baby.
Yep. Monroe's fine. I'm beginning to think Monroe could solo this guy. Oh, she needs to get healed in general.
She's not gonna take any more
orders.
damage.
Fair.
Scared me for a second.
Interesting.
Nope.
What?
Just, it's a random... he'll be fine. You can heal him. He's got to get one hit off on the boss.
Right?
Right. Well,
Well,
goodbye, Corbin.
it's it.
Hear my story, and here.
Next one up.
There's a chance.
There's always a chance.
Benji brings the heat.
That was the first time this dude crit somebody.
Yep, that was just bad luck.
I had so many contingencies in place so that would not have happened.
Looking good.
That's actually kind of frustrating, but oh well.
Alright, bud.
My hard work is paying off.
I mean, the thing that will suck is if they go, and then he's dead for good.
See?
Why? It keeps going to Benji, it won't go to the other characters.
I think it's actually trying to, go to Helena.
It is willed.
She might be superimposed. Wizard fight.
You've made choices today.
He keeps using Rupture on Child.
I wonder if he specifically chooses the spell that's going to deal the most damage.
Wouldn't be surprised. But I don't know how much damage Holy does to Cloak.
I've got a lot to learn.
And we can check real fast. We got a Holy user.
Yep, 30%.
I think you're right.
Though the thing is, he does have fire, and fire does 20%. Okay, he chooses the spell that does the most damage.
That's actually kind of cool.
There's a mechanic to this fight.
Unfortunately for him, you have a Mage Killer. That is still really cool.
It's a really good effect. Can't attack with Benji.
Okay, that was pretty cool to watch. Dragon fight dragon.
Good. Preemptively fix
Yep.
that.
Yeah, he switched over to Oath, but that's still holy damage.
Yep. He takes a random of the element that is the effective damage.
And that's cool.
Here. Be honored that I'll kill you myself. Take care your blood doesn't stain my robes.
And right back to full.
How can I help?
Together we forge ahead.
Not there. Whole crew's here.
In position.
Coming in hot!
Awaiting orders.
I mean, yeah, there's only one way this could have ended. Yeah. Get him, Benji. Uh-oh.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Ow!
He's fine. It's fine.
Now, press the attack.
Yeah, it was an interesting final map.
Did you see that, Butter?
Damn right. Damn right.
Corvin was here. Corvin was also on
It
this
happens.
map.
He was unfortunately...
Not built for this map.
Nope. Did he still have a thing on that switched his fortitude and defense?
No.
Okay.
He had taken that off ages ago.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had him in mage tank mode as soon as he became range 2.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alden and Sophia.
I mean, yeah, Sophia's going to do well in this fight. She's built for this kind of combat. What's that? The final boss is a mage? Okay. And then they do this. I wonder who's going to be the one who deals the most. Of course, it's Sia. What surprises me, though, is Monroe caught up.
Monroe and Sophia.
Sophia had a lot of maps. She was doing a ton of damage towards the end.
Sloan, Alden,
Yep.
Irving.
Sloan beat Alden. Wow. Irving caught up there at the end as well.
Bianca, Garrick, Brooke, Benji.
And then a big jump off. Wow.
Caius, Faust.
Faust did that much damage?
Elias.
Holy crap.
Elias.
Yeah, of course Elias is up there.
Corbin, Arma, Sarah, Thaniel, Lincoln. And then, yeah.
Lord Vesta, Marin, Ren.
At this point, just we did not use these characters enough.
Samara's... Look, hold on, go to the very bottom. Rose! 370 damage. She almost took as much damage as she dealt. Something broke.
Something broke.
Yeah, Helena should be a little bit higher on everything.
Helena should probably be like...
Up at the top.
Yeah, up at the top.
Yeah, I actually think she might have supposed to be in the top.
Monroe.
Dude took some damage. Didn't care.
Yeah, Corbin makes sense to an extent.
He got beat up a lot.
Is confusing. Garrett got hit really hard a couple of times.
Yeah.
Again, Caius. Yeah, it drops off once again. This all makes sense for what we use these characters for.
Yep. Kills. Yep. Yep. A lot of these are going to go to characters you just had around for a long time. It makes sense. I mean, Alden's been with you since the beginning. Same thing with Garrick. Sloan, right there at the beginning as well, and she double-tapped almost everything. Crits Brooke? Yeah, I was about to say, it's got to be Brooke.
It probably would have been Helena if Helena didn't break.
Yeah. Dodge is probably also Brooke.
Sloan. Irving. Against
He's
his
been
brother.
around since the beginning.
Pretty much those 10 against his brother is
Yeah,
what did that.
that's true. Otherwise, he would have been... Oh, he would have been a little bit lower, but that's fine.
I'm sorry? Marin?
again, that would also be Helena. In fact, I'd almost guarantee that'd be Helena.
That legitimately would have been Helena just for the one trick I did on that one map.
Yep. I think Helena would have been in the top of a lot of these categories, but unfortunately she broke.
Anyway.
It's just this. I like that this is just there that you can see it.
I got confused there for a moment.
Of course.
No time to waste.
Naturally. With honor.
I've got it.
Guess I'll state the obvious.
I have a month. You have 2 weeks. Okay. Understood.
Fair.
It's simply politics.
Things change. I'm sure of it.
I wonder if Bianca would go to Oasis if I didn't get that relationship thing.
It might not. She might not. And there she goes.
Not quite. Pace yourself.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. So it would be really interesting because I'll check this if I ever finish my rando playthrough. I'm skipping all supports on the rando playthrough. Just because I can't remember which ones I read and which ones I didn't. So I'll be curious to see if the ending changes at all.
Right.
Yeah, so Garrick, after talking to Fenton, said, you know what, I want to go see the dwarves.
This is fun.
Typo.
No, it's alright.
Each other?
Each other, one word. Prove me wrong.
Banshee!
Also, I guess, yes, Corbin didn't die permanently forever.
Yeah.
You're really something.
The Eternals.
No kidding.
Whoa there!
Brilliant.
Really
That's
feels.
correct.
No, never mind. May have had enough of a part in the story, but she didn't pop up there at the end as much as I expected her to.
They kind of sprinkle everyone throughout the story.
Yeah.
Ford didn't show up during the ending sequence at all either.
Oh, he just showed up right there for a second, but that was it.
I meant like the ending couple
Yeah.
maps.
And there were too many other people that had important things to say.
Exactly.
What?
No.
The end. Fend.
You did it, newbie.
That like, even though they were kind of building up to something there, that really did kind of fend.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that there's a bunch of groups here. Just Faust in the center.
Faust and Fenton just hanging out in the center.
Faust was not part of the ending at all because he doesn't exist. Also, oh neat, you actually get to see who did all the stuff. This is fun. I don't remember the end of Path of Radiance at all.
Really?
I really don't.
Yeah, everyone, it pretty much did the exact same thing. Everyone splits off to go back to their various things in different groups and such.
Yo, this guitar.
I knew Bianca sounded familiar. Okay. I know a couple of these voice actors.
Also, yes, there's a reveal there that some people might have caught, or maybe not, that Benji's voice actor is named Benji.
Yeah. And Faust, Brendan Blabber did a phenomenal job with Faust.
Yes. Solid game, honestly.
Yep.
Especially with the 1.5 patch. It's like somewhere between a 7 and an 8.
So like a 7.5?
Maybe. Like, I'm hesitant to even just say 7.5. Like, it's not exactly an 8. But, like, I don't know. Like, the big and everything about it is that it's, except for a couple of maps in the middle, it's really fun.
Yes. Yeah, I think when you get to the map where you pretty much when you go to the second continent, when you go there, there's a good chunk of maps all there that are just not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got the fight and the river, which is just a slog, and then you go to the temple map, which is too big for its own good, and you got to go both in and out, and it's just massive.
And then
The mirror fight I actually thought was pretty cool.
the mirror fight is good in concept. The fact that you still lose stats from it and it's kind of really hard to manage that fight in any way is a mess.
Yeah.
After that is the...
Is the next fight the dragon fight?
Yes. The next fight is the dragon fight.
I think that fight would be fine if they gave a little bit more information
direction.
about what it was going to do. Yeah, like you figured it out, which was great, but there could have been easily a couple lines before that of watch out for the tail or the claws or the breath. Pay attention to where you are. Like, it really, that could have been conveyed a little bit more.
Following that is the mess of the we think the emperor is a fuck, and then bad.
Yeah, you do the prisoner thing, and then after that is the shouting, and then you get swarmed on all sides.
Wait, is prisoner before that?
Yeah, because you get Alexa before that.
Okay.
Alexa's the one that tells you to go to that place to do the talk, and that map and the pre and post of that map is what frustrates me the most, because that map could have been much better.
Yep. And I think we're still gonna plan next week's stream is we're going to do a stream of sitting through all the videos, and kind of going through quickly and actually giving a full game thoughts on this.
Yeah, we're probably not going to go too in depth on all the characters, just like a brief overview of each of them, because otherwise we'd be sitting here for 15 minutes on each person. But just things we liked, things we didn't like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the maps is the definitely thing we're going to look at a lot, because those can be easy to change. And we're also not going to go into a lot of things with art, because Newbie and I, we're not artists.
We're not. There's one that we will point out, and
There's
exactly
one we're going to talk about, and we do it every single time, but we're not going to go into the art. We might say like a couple characters we like their design, but we're not going to like critique design in depth on a lot of people.
God, man, you really... sorry, I just became aggressively aware of how short Eldon is.
Yeah. I also appreciate that Ren is right behind him giving a thumbs up. Good job, Ren. Like, Alden's supposed to be like 14, 15. He's just really short.
The ladies, for the most part, aren't too much shorter than the men. I mean, Rose and Sophia there look fairly short, but also remember that they're standing next to the two largest men.
The larger men, yeah. Yeah, and frankly, I think Lincoln's not tall enough. Because Irving's only a little bit shorter than him. Lincoln should supposed to be huge.
Note where he is standing and where Irving is standing.
I know, but still. He should be bigger.
He is a whole head taller than Irving.
Yeah, but he's looking right across from Monroe, who's on the same height as him.
Monroe, I think, is supposed to be very tall.
Fair.
He just wears a lot of robes.
It was a good time.
I'm gonna hit a button here.
Speed it up a bit?
Not sit through every backer name. Though thank you for backing, but...
Yeah, hey, this was a fun game to watch and enjoy myself.
Mm-hmm. I still highly recommend it. And it is on sale right now!
And with the patch, I think they probably made a lot of classes a lot more fun to use and generally balanced out a lot of people that needed to get a little bit of a boost.
Yep.
And I was a little worried that they were going to nerf a bunch of people in terms of just straight up attacking their stats on it, and they didn't do that.
They didn't nerf anything. They literally... What they did is they brought every other class up to par with the other classes that were broken.
Yeah. If any classes got a little bit of a debuff in terms of a stat thing, they got a much bigger buff to make up for it, so it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like we talked about.
There are a couple things that I will point out and be like, okay, you might have gone a bit too far here, i.e.
Yes.
Champion. Champion is maybe a bit much now. Green Knight really didn't need a buff.
To me, it was either you buff that the bonus to the mages, or you buff their strength growth, not both. And that's just, well, I'm going to be hard pressed to not just go with Green Knight over Sniper now.
Yeah.
Because Sniper's got range 3 and it's great, but Green Knight also has movement and hey, you have a massive buff to all your defenses.
Oh yeah, part of it is definitely that Sophia is like perfect Green Knight material.
Yes.
But like, it's still take 50% of their magic and add it to your strength. On Garrick, that is disgusting.
Yeah.
Garrick would one-shot any mage.
There's Sophie. I was like, where is she? And yes, she is very short, but that makes sense for who she is.
Sniper. Holy shit. What about Bowman, or like whatever the base Bowman is, into green? Well, then you wouldn't have the magic buff. That's the big thing. Okay, what about Witch Killer into Sniper? You get that 50% mage killer buff, but also the range 3.
No, I could see it. I'm actually very curious this time, since they gave the big strength buff to the Drifter class and also the Outlaw, but the base one, going from Drifter into something else, because you'd have a lot more strength going into other classes, but you get the nice Drifter buffs that allow you to cut through armor and all that fun stuff, or whatever the Drifter things are.
There's a couple of classes that I would really like to mess around with.
On your next run, you're going to do a lot more mixing and matching, right?
Yeah. Well, no. I'm still going 1-to-1 on those things.
Fair.
But yeah, chat pointed out Blademan into Outlaw.
Yeah.
Or no, that's Raider? No, yeah, it's Outlaw.
Axe into Champion. I'm curious to see how that would work, just for the sheer damage output. It'll also give you push 3, which would be interesting.
Well, there's
you did
not really anything else to do on the screen. Next up.
It was a good run. It was a good run.
Mainly because I'm going to have one video that's like a base review of the entire game that I can link to the developer. Because all they changed this patch was mechanics. They didn't change anything with maps. And I really want to do a whole map breakdown.
Yeah. And a lot of the maps we're probably going to say yeah, they're fine.
It's fine. Yeah, moving on. This is what I like. This is what I didn't like. Anyway.
Like, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Next time.
Bye, everybody.